Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Just in case you're new around here, my name is Khaled and I'm a final year medical student who's hopefully not going to be a final year medical student in around 2 to 3 months. I'm going to be a medical graduate and one step closer to becoming the physician that I always dreamed to be. So this video is going to be a little different from what you're used to seeing from me. I just wanted to make a quick little vlog, and it's mainly going to be broken up into two parts. One is what I've been doing for the past 4 months after this video, which, if no one has seen that video, I really recommend you watch it because I've enslaved hours upon hours editing that and I'm really happy with the product. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Moving on, the second part of this video is really just about what I want to do with this channel, kind of just giving you an update as to the kinds of videos I want to make, if I want to do more teaching with this channel and what I plan on covering, yada yada yada. And just overall talking about the channel. So what have I been up to for the past few months? Well, how about this? How about we go month by month, starting with March, April, May, and June. So in March, I was doing my Saudi medical licensing exam, which I thankfully got a score that I'm proud of. In April, I was doing emergency medicine in one of the busiest centers, and that was during Ramadan as well, so I was fasting on top of that. And then in May, I was doing internal medicine in another very, very busy center in Saudi Arabia. And, all of these months were in Saudi Arabia. Throughout that time, I was trying to get a US clinical elective as well. So it was very stressful trying to figure out how I'm going to handle all these expenses, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And yeah, it was just a really, really hectic time. And I really didn't have enough time to make YouTube videos on top of that. If there's ever this clash between medicine on one side and YouTube on the other, I'm always going to pick medicine because medicine for me is the passion, medicine is the priority. YouTube is fun and all, and I love making YouTube revolving around medicine, but at the end of the day, medicine is the main goal and YouTube is just sort of a side thing. Thankfully, sometime around April, I got accepted for a US clinical elective in Michigan, and I was really stoked about that. However, I've always had visa issues. I had an opportunity to go to the US for the first time in 2018 and 2019, but unfortunately, my visa didn't come through. It was to be a research trainee at Mayo Clinic both times, and I just couldn't go. I lost that opportunity because of the visa issues. Thankfully now, although there were some visa issues in the beginning when I applied, give it 2 weeks or so and all those problems resolved, and I was able to get my visa sometime around May, and I was able to travel within enough time to reach the elective. And now we're at June, where I'm doing a clinical elective at one of the hospitals here. And it was one wild ride. Obviously, as you would expect, anyone going to the US for the first time in their life, they're going to be nervous at the start, but once I was able to shake that off, I was performing much, much better, and I was able to get some letters, and I was able to, more importantly, learn and sort of incorporate a lot of their feedback into my overall training. It was a lovely month, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people. They were just an incredible, phenomenal team of both residents and attendings, and I loved training under them. So yeah, the last 4 months have been very hectic, and just in case I missed out on a few pictures, feel free to go and follow me on Instagram, where you'd probably get better updates of everything that I've been doing. And yeah, you can see me having fun when I've really been a nervous mess in the first week. But yeah, those last 3 weeks, they were amazing. I got to learn so much, and I was pretty much a sponge just soaking up everything. I even got to see my first ever code, and I was part of it. This still blows my mind. I was part of a code. Yeah, I was just checking pulses, but I was part of a code, okay? Do not strip this away from me. I will die on this hill. Overall, 10 out of 10 month. So this is actually my last day here. I had a few hours to spare, and I decided to, make a quick vlog, and you can actually see right there. I have around, what is that? It's probably reversed for you, but I have like 2 hours left, and then a taxi is gonna come to take me to the airport, and I get to finally go back home and get to see my family and cats, and oh my goodness, I've missed them so much, even though it's only been a month. But yeah, that was pretty much everything that I've been doing for the past 4 months. I still have some projects that I need to do, I need to work on. I still have one more exam I need to do. I still have the residency application that I need to pretty much do. What I can tell you for certain is that I'll be less busy moving forward. These were really some of the months that I really had to pay attention towards, to not let them go to waste, to try and learn as much as I can, because when you're a student, you can make as many mistakes as you want, and obviously not purposefully, but you can make as many mistakes as you want, and you get to learn from those mistakes. If you become an intern, if you become an actual resident, you don't get to be, safe from those mistakes. I mean, obviously you'd always have someone to help cover them, and you'd have someone like an attending or something to help you with them. But the luxury of making mistakes when you're a student is something you should never pass up. But yeah, hopefully I'll be less busy in the upcoming few months, and I'll be able to focus on making more videos, which helps me transition to the second part of this video. So what is this channel about? Basically, I made this channel because I wanted to provide a video series for my friends to watch biostats. That was the main goal of it. And, surprisingly, more than 3,000 people have already watched that first video that I made, and I cannot believe it. And there are even more than 3,000 people that watched the ROC curve video. So that kind of it really put things into perspective that I don't just have to do videos for my friends, I can do videos for anyone who wants to learn. And with medicine, especially with me growing up, I've had, I didn't come from the richest family, so it was very difficult to get medical education at a very, very reasonable price, especially when it comes to resources for the board exams and different sort of exams that you need to take, so on and so forth. So I think it really says a lot to have medical education free on YouTube, and I think that's sort of what I want to pursue with this channel. Now, obviously, I don't want to just bog myself down into one thing, which is just teaching medicine. I also want to see if I can maybe get away with making like a vlog. Or, for example, reacting to medical shows and teaching medicine in an entertaining manner. Moreover, if there was, for example, a medical game, maybe I could play it and show you guys what they did right, what they did wrong, so on and so forth. But the idea is just that I want to make this channel about medicine, but I don't want the focus to be strictly about teaching medicine in a very formal manner. I want it to be sort of entertaining in some way, obviously not at the expense of teaching others about the Step 1 and Step 2 exam. I'd rather those be formal rather than informal and entertaining, because those are obviously too important to be just about entertaining people. So yeah, those kinds of videos of the Step 1 crash course, possibly maybe even a Step 2 crash course later sometime down the line. I would make sort of new videos. You might see them every week or every 2 weeks, and maybe I would cover, for example, cardio videos, then move on to a different system, so on and so forth. It's not exactly there's no objective list, there's no like Excel sheet where I have everything set up. It's just ideas at this point where I kind of want to cover more topics to allow medicine to be, understood. But basically, that's the whole game plan. I just want to keep on making videos and trying to pump videos out every 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, that's kind of just like a little overview of what I want to do with this channel. Again, nothing is set in stone. If you give me ideas in the comments of what you'd like me to talk about, what you'd like me to do, then obviously I'd be more than happy to accommodate those within reason. So yeah, that's where I've been for the past 4 months, and that's why the channel has been inactive, but hopefully I'll be uploading on a weekly or bi-weekly basis whenever I find the time, hopefully. And if you never want to miss any of my future uploads, then please consider subscribing. As you can see here, a lot of you are watching and you're not subscribed, so if you'd like to subscribe, it's completely free, and you're not going to miss any of my future uploads by also hitting the bell. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider liking, and don't forget to comment any suggestions of any future video ideas you'd like to see me cover. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my goodness. I just noticed that my eyes are deviating this way because I'm looking at the screen when the camera's this way.